What's up, everybody? It's your boy Kevin Polite back at it at Beauty in the City. Man, hey, I got a special guest for us. I got the one and only Dr. Valerie Bell. Man, hey, we got a lot of good action, man. If you don't know who she is, you're going to figure it out today. That's for sure. Stay tuned. Back at it again, man. Hey, I know you ladies, a lot of you cosmetologists already got your license. I don't know where you got your license from, but we got Dr. Valerie Bell in the house. Shout out to Miss Dr. Valerie Bell. Did I just call you Dr. Val, Dr. Bell?
That either one is fine.
And I got my boy Dream in the house to keep things interesting, that's for sure. Dream, man, he told me off the top, there's somebody you need to meet.
Oh, yeah.
There's someone you need to meet. I said, who? She said, my girl Val, man, I'm going to call her up. I said, okay, and so he brought up a couple of accolades, and of course, there's a lot of schools out there, but, some teachers, and granted, nothing against teachers, because teachers is probably one of the highest respect in my life. I've got teachers in my life that made a solid difference and a solid impact on the person I am today. If I didn't have these certain teachers in my life, I can't even explain where I'm at right now, man. So shout out to all the teachers. But Dr. Val, tell everybody who you are, where you at. What's so good about Dr. Valerie Bell?
Well, good evening, everyone. I am Dr. Valerie Bell. I'm a cosmetology educator, all things beauty, basically. I am an educator with Crowley Independent School District. I am one of the lead educators there for their cosmetology department going into year number 6. And I am also the owner of Total Beauty Career Training Institute. I'm located at 1127 Oakland Boulevard in Fort Worth, Texas, where we do offer all education classes that pertain to beauty. As of September 1, we will be doing beauty barber stylist. We have nail technician. We have aesthetics. We do teeth whitening. We're bringing body sculpting. We are doing all things beauty because we want to empower those who want to have the knowledge to be a better business person in this industry. We want to give you all the things that you need.
Well, was that enough? Boy, was that enough? We got a lot of things to talk about. Man, you know what? I used to start off first, man. Go ahead, man. I'll let you start it off this time, man. What comes up? What comes to mind already? You already got something on your mind, man.
Well, first of all, let's let there be no confusion.
Yeah.
Val ain't, she Dr. Val to everybody else, but a sister to me. But when when respect hits the room, it's Dr. Val at the end of the day. And let's not play no games with that doctor. That's a lot of schooling.
You get some much respect.
So that's a lot of respect right there for you. But, as you seen today, it was a phone call. I called her 3 hours ago. That's how we rock. I said, sis, I need you to pull up. She said, say less. I'll be there in a minute. I promise y'all she ain't doing that for everybody.
But I can respect that.
Yeah, but that's the respect. Same thing for me, for her. She needs me, I'm there. And we've been there for each other. COVID, 2020 was rough for us.
Yes.
We was on a lot of Zooms together.
A lot of Zooms.
Yeah, you had some breakthroughs.
Mm-hmm.
And from that breakthrough came your school.
Yes, I had a baby.
Yeah.
So for those who don't know her, how did you get started? Where does the story begin to start that major success for today?
So originally I started off, like the average Black woman that does hair. My mom worked at night and I had to make sure that my sister and I were together daily. Or I didn't have to make sure, but I just had one of those sisters who, if she wasn't together, nobody's life was going to be right. So I started out doing her hair, then started doing my own hair, and I just was like, I really had a passion for it. So I started asking for, at a young age, mannequins for Christmas. Every year I wanted a different mannequin. I wanted to do this, that, and the third. Cut my hair off one time. I think I was probably about 10 or 11, like Halle Berry's, right? Didn't realize I was not biracial, so I'm expecting for my hair to be curled up and cute like Halle Berry's hair was. But of course that wasn't happening because I got a little bit of that 4C in me. I went to that can't you, don't you? Mm-hmm. And so I needed to know why my hair texture was not the same as Halle Berry. So that's a lesson in itself. You got to go back and learn why your hair is this, your hair texture is this, and this, that, and the third. So went ahead. I told my mom when I graduated high school I wanted to go to hair school, and she was like, no, you're going to college. Hairstylists are broke, they struggling, they can't provide for their family, and this, that, and the third. You're going to college. So tried that for a minute, didn't work. Got laid off in 2008 when the recession hit. Everybody changed everybody's life. I was pregnant, divorcing, and was just wondering, Lord, what am I going to do? And it was just like, go to school.
Yeah.
Went to school, got my cosmetology license, did so well with Oval in Fort Worth. They asked me to come back and be an educator, right? So I graduated from there, taught there, worked there for 9 years, went to Paul Mitchell and worked with them for about 3. And I was just like, okay, what's next? You know, I'm applying for different things with them and never did move up. I think you and I talked about that, never moved up. And then all of a sudden the principal from the independent school district, she reached out to me and was like, we need you at our school. And I was like, that's not me. I can't, you know, I'm not teaching no kids. It's just like, you taught me, because she came to cosmetology school for Ogle. Yeah, she was already a principal, and she was like, your level of respect for me. She said, you taught me, and I was able to learn. She said, everything to the side, all the accolades that I had, you actually taught me about hair. Mm-hmm. And I can remember those things right now. I want you to teach my 10th grader. And I was like, okay, let me try. So here we are 6 years later. When COVID hit, we had a problem with really getting everyone to get their proper education. Yeah. And I was telling my husband, I want a school, and I want to take it back to the old school when it comes to learning, right? So many people are microwave hairstylists, I like to call them. I learned off of YouTube because YouTube showed me this, YouTube showed me that. YouTube is going to be out here in a minute, right? When it comes to really educating and doing different things like that, because that's not actually getting your license. And it's not training the students the proper way to actually get licensed. How many have you really been licensed from what you've learned from YouTube? Next to none, right? So I pride myself in saying that I do have an 89% passing rate, 89? 89%, not because you're not learning, but because you don't want it. If you don't pass my class, it's because you don't want to. Yeah. If you don't pass the state board exam, it's because you don't want to. It's not because I'm not educating you. It's because I'm with my friends, or I'm this, or I'm that. And that's what that is.
So you said, describe your own school.
My school?
Yeah, like you have an actual facility with chairs where people actually sit down and pay attention to you.
I do.
And you're certified through the state of Texas.
I am. Yeah. I am.
Was that a hard process?
Hey, you might as well roll it out.
Yeah, I mean,
so it wasn't, and the reason that it was and it wasn't was because we were in the process of moving from one school to another with the high school, right? And so we had to go back and redo the paperwork and make sure the curriculum and the hours were set for Crowley Independent School District. And in my mind, I'm thinking, dang, I'm doing all of this for them to make sure theirs is legit. I can do this for myself. And that's what I did. I went through and I said every curriculum that I wanted to offer, made sure that I had each curriculum, all the hours, all the time, everything that's required by the state of Texas, made sure I had all of that information, and I just applied. Thank God I passed everything, all inspections, everything 100% legit.
How long did it take you from start to finish to be able to have your first class?
In all honesty, and Dream can say a lot of it was my fear, maybe about 6 months. And that's
pretty fast.
Yeah, it was really fast, but I lost as well. I'll say that.
Like money, or lost time, or lost
all of the above. Money,
confidence,
time, not necessarily confidence, because I know I just got to get those who want it.
Right.
If that makes sense.
Yeah.
And so with having a cosmetology school, the salon floor can pay for itself. You just have to get dependable students in there of quality that really want to do that and that'll come in and perform those services, right? So I feel like if they don't put anything into it, they're not going to really fulfill the need to have things done.
So what'd you lose?
I lost time. I could have had more money, but of course it wasn't ever mine, so that's why I don't say I lost money. I did pay for a building. I had 12 students, 4 graduated, 2 actually became licensed, and the rest just kind of melted away.
And that was your first class?
That was my first class. Okay. My second class is going on right now. I have 4 online and 2 in person.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. And I'm okay with that because I really don't have the educators that I'd like to have because I'm still working as well, right? So with me at the district in the daytime, a lot of students want to come during the daytime. And so it's kind of hard to just get night students.
How do you find your students?
I just market word of mouth, a lot of word of mouth. What I have been doing a lot of here lately is helping with those who have already had the hours, but now they need to make sure they pass that written or they pass that practical. And so that's like a refresher course. And they come to me for that refresher course, and I make sure that they are prepared for that written. I've had 3 writtens in the past 2 months. Each of them have passed 75, 87, 82. I've had 4 practicals off of virtual where they can actually come into my building, and we will have that room just as solid as this, and they'll be able to take their virtual exam, and they're all passing it. So, yeah.
Let me ask you this, and I apologize.
No.
You know all the areas, and I just want to know.
No, go ahead.
So, like, as a human being in our society, we're all graded by our credit score,
Mm-hmm.
our FICO score.
Mm-hmm.
If you're 500, 400, 300, you suck.
Yeah.
You know, if you're 600, you could buy some things.
Mm-hmm.
If you're 700, you could buy a majority of the things. If you're 800, there's nothing to really talk about. You get it. You know what I'm saying? So does the state of Texas basically grade you as a success rate? Or how do they grade you to say, hey, you could continue doing what you're doing. You're doing great.
So it's a little bit different when it comes to that. That is considered a success rate. And it sounds crazy, but you only really have to have 1 student to pass in order for the state of Texas to say you're doing great. Like, really.
That's about the money.
Mm-hmm.
It's all about the money. I'm not going to understand that.
Ultimate goal is accreditation, right?
Yeah.
I'm on my way. I haven't started the process yet. No, I'm done with years. I can really start the process.
Oh, it's been 2 years?
It's been 2 years. It's almost 3.
What is that? You have to be, I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
Yeah, I've been, it's because of Jada only, because you have to be in business for 2 years for the Texas to even take you, your application to be serious, to become accredited. And what accredited means, that's magic, because what this means right now, she's been what we call on the street, thugging it out, because she's taking students in that, based on their dime, no help financially, on their dime, getting creative, having payment installments, they late on their payments. She's taking that whole burden on herself. Now, once you become accredited, the state will say, okay, this student's here. We will fund you in full as the school, and now it's on our dime, and now she gets the money. And whether that whether that child whether that child comes to school, that's how schools make money.
Yeah.
Man, SMU,
you
man,
MTA,
guess what? If they don't come to school, say less.
Yeah.
Say less.
Already paid. Yeah.
Say less. But see, they
already got paid.
Yeah, with Valve, if they don't come to school, guess what? They're gonna stop paying.
Yeah. And that's exactly what happens.
That's what happens. So when you get accredited, that's what's so powerful, because now you can help a student that comes in and they don't have no money. Well, guess what? We have a program that can help you fund your school. We are now accredited. See, and so now we're talking, she just, pay rate just went up. Now she good.
I can go from 3,500 to 20,000, 10,000, 15,000, 17,000.
Correct. And so Val, and just give me a signal, a brother signal, if you don't want to talk about it. But my favorite thing with you is what you went through. Getting, like, I know. And if you don't want to put it out there, it's cool. But I think it's dope that God was with you and how he did your whole situation. Like,
yeah, because I struggled. I almost lost my building.
That whole situation. And I think that's powerful. A lot of people, we don't. And I was just telling you about your story. And I think if people hear your story,
yeah,
sometimes our story is painful to talk about. But if people hear your story and your tenacity of what you went through, they will be heartfelt and understand, yo, I want my child to be a part of that lady because she's not going to quit. She's not going to quit on my daughter. She's not going to quit on the school.
Yeah.
She's going to keep it rocking. So I just love how God...
Was the story more like a reality check?
It was,
or was the story more of like a pain to set yourself back to better yourself in the future? Or was it...
You ever watched The Pursuit of Happiness?
Of course.
It was kind of like that story.
It was a lot different from that.
So you had nowhere to go? You had nowhere to stay?
No, I don't.
Not her living.
No.
Not her living. It never affected her living because she has an amazing husband.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Her husband. Shout out to the husband. I apologize. I've been there. No more.
It's her school.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
her living, she's always been Val.
Okay, cool. I don't know the nature of the story.
Yes.
It was a triumph. It was a, she kept getting hit. And just a blessing from a mutual friend. I love to shout him out, but I'm gonna keep it however you want to do it. But he was a blessing. And he did that.
And so just to tell you just a little bit about it, just with the business, mind you, it's been pretty much open almost 3 years, I'll say. And it's been times when it's been completely empty, right? So even if it's completely empty, I still have to pay that lease. And just, most definitely. It ain't cheap, right?
Right.
And so with my first building, new first building, I just had this lady that was like, I don't know what to say. She was horrible. You know what I'm saying? It was like bookkeeping was to the dogs. You owe this and you owe. I'm like, hold on, no, I don't. How do I? So she finally came to me in July of last year, and she was like, you got 5 days to decide what you want to do. Because I paid on the 20th, I pay on the 20th, right? And so and we had it all set up, and she was like, well, I don't want to do that anymore. And by the first of the month, you need to pay this month and last month, just because I want to make sure that it's not any late fees, it's not any this, and this. And I was like, wait, what? I'm like, you gonna put me on my building? What's gonna happen? And so, I had called Dream, we talked about it, and I went to look at different places. And I'm just going to put Old Boy on blast because I cut for him. He really did what he needed to do. Mark Crichton, he owns Club Ritzy's, right?
Brother, Mark.
Yeah.
All right, what's good? I was waiting for to say your name, dog. I ain't want to put it out, but shout out.
What his name?
Shout out.
I'm sure you have. He's across the bar, Turkey Den.
Owner of the Turkey Den. Owner of the Aragon Ballroom.
Yeah.
Everything. My man got the car wash in Fort Worth off of, is that for Barry? No, not for Barry. It's a
McCartney. Okay. No, I thought it was McCartney.
McCartney. But Breakfast Stairs the next day.
Yes.
But shout out to Mark, man. Thank you. Like real talk. Flowers, bro.
Yeah.
Blessing, helping my sister.
Definitely.
You did what you did. And I haven't got a chance to shout you out ever. But I was there on the phone. I came up there.
Yeah.
And
definitely.
because of Mark, man, Shorty got blessed.
Yeah. He said, I don't have any more rooms or whatever, but I do have this building. And he was like, you can come and check it out. And he was like, I was like, well, you'll know me when you see me. Oh yeah, you want it, you can have it with him.
Really?
And
that's good. That's awesome, man.
And I say it was awesome because I was able to not just have one business, but now two.
Yeah.
Because I have a salon on one side and a school on the other.
So it was already set up.
Already set up like that.
That's perfect.
Nothing but God. It was just amazing, the whole situation. And sometimes, I'll be like, man, I don't think I could have. But it was just like, it was all in God's
way. He ain't take advantage of it. No, he really gave her a blessing. Like, yo, here's the rent was straight. The rent was buried.
You said Mark?
Yes.
Mark.
Right.
Good piece of.
I'll let Mark on the next business.
Definitely. Mark it 1,000%. And I ain't never shouted him out like that. And that's shame on me, but shout out to you.
Shout out to Mark, man. Appreciate all the love.
Definitely do. Definitely do. He's a good guy.
Good. Thanks for Mark. I'm able to talk today. You know.
Yeah. Yes.
Well, what I was thinking. So you lost a lot of time. You lost money. You lost, certain situations. So obviously, not to make the same type of mistake again.
Definitely. Just pray and ask God, what really do you want me to do, Lord? Guide my feet. Show me which way you want me to go, because it's like, I know you didn't take me through this process to say that that's a wrap, we dropping it.
Does the school teach people about the business side of things?
Yes, we do. That's one of the main things that I want them to know is the business side. That was another reason for me opening it, because
And I think the benefit, because you've gone through it.
I've gone through it. And if you don't know how to complete a lease, if you don't know about late fees, if you don't know the different things when it comes to managing your money and the importance of paying yourself and having this bank account for this and this personal stand this way, you're not going to be successful. And all of those are things that my first year, I didn't think nothing about it, right? My husband and I, we buying everything cash. I'm about everything cash. So when you talked about credit scores, I thought you was going to ask me for my credit score. I was going to say, Lord Jesus, because of that, my credit score is horrible. But now I know it's just like we're starting over, and we are making sure that we are building this business credit as well as this personal credit.
Right. Well, I promise I know how it feels to own and operate a business. I've been down, I've been up, and to be like, I got 2 more days.
Right, to the first.
Until this day happens, I got to pay out.
Yeah.
I got 2 more days. Man, there are a lot of people, and I asked Dream this last time, is entrepreneurship, is it self-taught, or is it injected by other sources like books, YouTube, or whatever? Entrepreneurship. And you know what, and I'm going to say this. I even say this to my salespeople that work for me. In order to be great or to do well, you have to know how it feels to be at a rock bottom. You have to feel it. Why? Because you always tell yourself, if you're a real, genuine entrepreneur, never going to go there.
Oh, yeah, you got it.
You know what I'm talking about? That feeling when you say, never going to feel, I'm never going to do this again.
That's called turning an L to another L, the loss into a lesson.
Yeah.
Man.
You got me this time, but you'll never give me.
Oh, yeah. You never.
What?
Yeah, like that.
Until a person understands and feels how that feels, you'll never appreciate that, man, I made it another month. I'm still open.
Yeah.
You know how it feels since I've been open for 2 years? It's not even that long. I mean, 2 years, man, boy, you don't know how many situations I've been through. That COVID?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And try building something during COVID. Yeah. And your rent coming up. So.
Yeah. Yeah. My husband and I, when we hear people say, man, y'all opened during COVID, how y'all do that? And we just be like, by the grace of God.
Right.
Man. We don't do, we just like.
Yeah, we did it.
Yeah, God did. It was amazing. Paperwork was coming in the mail. My doctoral degree came 1 week. The next week, the license for the school came.
During COVID?
During COVID.
Yeah, during COVID. I was over there with him.
Yeah.
I was like, I mean, we
6 feet away though. You're like, you got yours?
Now listen, I'm gonna tell you.
Certain people we wasn't 6 feet away from.
I'm gonna keep it apart though. Me and Val came about this close from being partners at that school.
Yeah.
But I have a good relationship with God.
Mm-hmm.
I got a really good one, and I can hear him very clear. And he said, be a brother to her right now, not a partner. Because, of course, she has an amazing life partner, her husband. And then later on in life, if it's time, it's time. But right now, she needs you as a brother, not as a partner. Give her resources, give her spiritual guidance, help her, push her, keep her motivated, and just let her. Because sometimes money can kind of get weird between family members, right?
Definitely appreciate that.
And that's crazy. We never talked about that.
Yeah, I definitely appreciate that, because my biggest fear was letting you down when it's all said and done. You know what I'm saying? Because it's there and we can see it. But like what I'm dealing with right now with the fluctuation of the students and the this, that, and the third, is like, how do I go to you and say, oh, bro, we did blah, 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 blah.
Right.
I never wanted to let you down with that. So that's why I was like, ooh,
the letdown game is.
Yeah, but it's the thing though. Like, and I want to ask both of you guys. For you guys, like, you both are owners. So shout out to that. You both own facilities, own buildings.
Yeah.
Own the unit in the building, but own owner. I am an owner, but you're in a building with multiple people that are managing, somebody could slip and fall, blah, blah, blah.
Dude, not my...
My answer is your fault. You fall, it's your fault.
Question of the year is, and this is tough when it comes to our people, but number one question, how do y'all feel about collaboration over competition? What's y'all feel on that?
Answer.
Go ahead. I mean, I'm going to answer it too. I just want to see what you say first.
Because, I know this is a touchy, bro.
Not touchy at all.
For some
collaboration, the good thing is we live in the DFW. You know how much money is in the DFW? So collaboration to me is nothing. I'm good enough and confident enough to know that I'm going to get mine. And so I have no type of, I don't even know how this is split because I'm not hesitating when I say this. I genuinely love to see other people come up as well.
Yeah.
I mean, it's of course I would love to be rich, but to be amongst other people being rich because I helped other people be rich, that's a little more joy and satisfying to me.
Right.
But to answer your question, I'll collaborate with anyone as long as it makes sense. I'm a very business-minded individual, but as long as it makes sense, yeah, absolutely. But if there's loopholes and shady business or it's something that I feel that in my brain is not 100% there, then no, I'm out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And so, but if everything didn't make sense, absolutely, I would love to collaborate with anyone. It makes my dream bigger, and it makes the whole project a little less stressful.
Definitely.
And before Dr. Bell answers, I want everybody to like, share, and subscribe because we're about to get you right here on another episode of Beauty in the City. Y'all stay tuned. Check it out.
Let's go.
Welcome back to another episode of Beauty in the City. We got the man with the master plan, as always, the creator and the founder of Beauty in the City, the owner of Unique Image Beauty Supply, located in Arlington. So if you are ever in Arlington, don't play yourself. Definitely support my man, Kevin Polite, is in the building. Now we back. And the question was competition.
Yes.
Over collaboration. And Dr. Valerie Bell, you're up. We would like to hear exactly what you're...
So competition over collaboration, I have, and please y'all don't take this the wrong way when I say it. I just feel like I'm not, there's no competition. I'm not competing with anyone.
So you're saying collaboration over competition?
I'm saying whatever works best.
So,
because it's doable.
So okay, let's keep it real though.
I'm keeping it 100
for both of y'all. Okay. Have you ever got burned?
Yes.
All right. So do we have a little PTSD going on with anybody? Like, what is going on where it's not a lot of collaboration? Y'all pay.
In my opinion, I feel like I got to take it to the crabs in a bucket. And so many people feel like, no, I got to do, no, it's not like that. What's for me is for me. I'm a firm believer in God, and I know if I don't get it, it's not my time to get it.
My favorite lesson is simple. and I actually had to learn this 5 years. And the lesson is super simple, and it was a question. I'm gonna ask both of y'all a question. I don't know, I think I've asked you this before, but would you rather have one whole grape or half of a watermelon?
Hey, yeah, I remember this one.
I'm gonna ask it again because I had to think like that. Like, would you have one whole grape all to yourself?
Yeah.
Good. Or half of a watermelon?
I would probably do half of a watermelon.
Thank you. And that right there will tell you why collaboration is so big, because you're going to be probably greater and bigger if you have a strategic partnership,
right? Other
than being one little old grape to yourself.
Right.
And some of us have little grape mentalities.
Yeah.
And let's just be by ourselves. We're good by ourselves, but like in the Bible says, greatness comes with 2 or 3 together.
Yes.
But unfortunately, I have been trying to rack my brain because I'm just like, I know a fist goes harder than one finger trying to punch somebody. Try to punch somebody with a finger, you're going to break it.
Yeah.
Bring all 5 fingers together, you're going to knock them out. My question to both of y'all is, in our community, why is it such a...
Because everybody does not have that same mentality from what I see, right? I know so many people that, oh, I got a grant for this. Oh, let me tell you how to do this. Oh, you need to do this. Oh, okay, well, I'm listening. Let's come together. I've held networking events at my place. I have said, let's do lunch, just different things. Y'all, let's get together. And I'm going to post this on my page. And when I post this, I'm going to start doing a reel. Now, you know, I'm not a real person. I done start doing reels and I'm tagging this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, and everything that she posted, I'm putting it in my reel, and she posted, I'm putting it in my reel. And I think I'm the only one reeling right about now. And that's because everybody has to have that same mindset. I've been talking with my sisters, and these are just like my homegirls that I call my sisters, and everybody got a business. Yeah, we got to start pushing each other, right? And I mean that. So moving forward, I have said every time I post, you post what I posted.
Yeah.
Tag yours onto me. As you see, everybody in my salon, if you start looking at my reels, you'll see I'm posting everything that they're posting. I'm making reels on everything that they have. You got another video, I post that video on with my video. And that's a lot going on, but I do that. I do that because I do want to make sure that you eating,
right.
We all eating.
You know how dope it is, like on your social media. We rock out KP social media through Dream Media, and I see people sharing some of your posts. Man, and it does not take nothing about maybe 5 seconds out of your day. But yet, some of these joints KP got like, some of them videos got like 1,400 views.
Yeah, that's good.
But guess what? 3 shares.
Yeah, that's so crazy. That's super crazy.
And 14, 15, 2 shares.
I had one, yeah. It was
got
up
one,
there.
got 10K.
It was up there.
You got like 13 shares, 10 people. Like,
you know that you have to put on there, like and share.
Yeah, like
and share. Yeah, like, share, and
energy. Right. It's energy. It takes time to, I guess, push that and then put it on there. I mean, I don't know, but I mean, it doesn't even bother me. All in all, it's all about branding. As long as people know what I'm doing, know where I'm at, they give me the opportunity to earn their business. So, yeah.
But you know, it's up to us to change the culture, though.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So the culture in Atlanta,
but they quick to like and share some other, I would say some other stuff.
Yeah.
But I mean, they quick to share stuff. But yeah, but they all hold me, man. Your boy KP, man. Hold on, man. Like. Share me, man. Just share. It's simple. You know? So, I want to go back to what you were saying about collab or competition. So, you know, obviously, you're kind of similar to me. You like to see other people come up and, you know, and being myself, I like to do the following, the push. I mean, you know, I'm not a social media person, but if I do have the time to click the button, I'm going to try to help people out. But you said something earlier about an image, how others can ruin an image. What is it that you're doing to maintain your image?
That's a great question. I like that question.
That is
When I say that, I mean, because let me tell you how easy it is to destroy an image.
Facts.
You know the Goo-Goos?
the
The Goo-Goos? What I mean by Goo-Goos? The Goo-Goos?
Yes.
You know how hard it is to put a Google review? It takes, first off, you gotta log in, put your password in. You gotta you gotta type it in Google, your business. You gotta go to the review section. You could have just clicked like, share, subscribe 20 times by the time we're going to the Googles.
Yes.
But I respect the Googles. What I mean by Googles, they're just Googlers. They do a lot of reviews. And I love the people who shout out to, I'm so far 5-star review on Google. And so all it takes is one.
That's it.
One customer.
And that joint to dock you down like a 4.5, 4.6.
I admit, it'll never be the same. I'll never be a 5-point star for the rest of my life.
I'm gonna have to check it. I haven't seen what my Googles are, but I do know I stay me. I stay me at all times. I stay the same person. My ultimate goal, my passion is beauty.
Right.
Anything beauty, and I'm not running from it. I'm going to stay with it. I had a young lady who took one of my courses, and she said that I didn't give her everything that she needed. She took an online course. There's a difference when you do online and in person. In person is me. You got me. I'm doing whatever. You do online, it's basically you got to do online.
Hands up. You're right.
You got to do it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And if you don't, then you're not going to be successful.
Yeah.
She reached out to me, said it didn't work for her. She needed her money back, this, that, and the third. And I'm like, okay, so I gave her a portion of her money back because you already had access to my online course.
I mean, they should take access of your time.
Man.
And so, and that costs money.
It costs a lot of money. And she someone else posted my information, and when she saw it, she commented on it. Oh, yeah, this lady did this. I got to go back and do a Google review on her because she wasn't who I thought she was going to be in this, and this. When I tell you, those who were for me went right back to, no, that's not how she is. She gonna make sure you do this, this, and this. So I thank God that I am the same person at all times,
So how do you maintain?
I'm grounded with God. I'm God-fearing. It ain't no sense in changing. I'm growing on a daily basis, but I stay the same person. And please know, I'm not perfect. I have stuff coming at me all the time. Right now, on my way here, your dad got staph infection. I'm going through right now, but at the same time, I know God has so many different things in store for me.
So what makes you different than ABC school down the road?
For me, when I was a student with ABC school, I noticed I was a number, and I wasn't Valerie. Does that make sense? Yeah, that's right. You know what I'm saying? 18530.
Yeah.
I was
scared of y'all.
Yeah, that's what I was to them. And each one of the ladies that I speak with or that I try to mentor, because I also mentor little girls ages 8 to 18. I try to speak to that inner person.
Okay.
Why you got that on? You ain't got really nothing on today, right? So what should I think? What you got going on? What you doing?
So you're really good with one-on-ones.
I'm really good with 10 on 10.
Now, Val,
I'm good.
she has that automatically.
They used to say
that mama tone.
Gift a gab.
So that
the Eskimo.
It's that mama. It's that auntie that Tim play that getting no games.
Yeah.
She got that swag.
So a lot of people need that. So in today's society, I'm not, again, I'll say I'm not the smartest person in the world, but I cannot be taught by a computer.
Yeah.
Because if you're gonna be watching, and I'm not knocking the people who do, because they can online school. I could never get a degree from an online school. I'll just click it.
It was a struggle for me. It was a struggle for me. And people need to know that you need to know your weaknesses and your strength. Don't play games just because you see it being online and you think that's the easiest way. No, be real.
But you won't learn everything.
No,
on an online course.
You really will.
You learn a lot, but you gotta have that hands-on.
You gotta have that.
And hear other people's opinion about things. Otherwise, you won't learn.
Interaction.
The interaction. There you go.
Interaction is what you need.
I'm gonna say this, I can say this for first and foremost. When she says that you're not just a number, a lot of people, because you can make a lot of money in this.
Mm-hmm.
It's $1 trillion game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can make a lot of money in this, and people just do it for the money. No disrespect. That's what you're doing it for. Support your family, and I respect that. But when it comes to Dr. Valerie Bell, when it comes to Cecilia Singleton, when it comes to people that Cecily, florist curls. When it comes to these, I mean, these are people that, man, like, y'all really give a damn.
Yeah.
And I love it because my daughter was a product of the love that y'all had.
Mm-hmm.
And Miss Cece, forever, forever. I always shout you out. And she, introduced me to you. And I just see how y'all love all y'all students. And they call me like, Dream, we need you to come talk to these kids.
They need it.
They need it out of here. So I come out, talk to the kids. I don't charge nothing. I just come out there and make sure we, love on them and speak life into them. But, that's what it's going to take, and God going to take care of it.
Definitely. Most definitely.
God going to take care of it because you really do care about these kids.
Yeah, most definitely. You hear so much. Well, back in our day, they used to say, well, you ain't going to live to get 18, or you ain't going to do this, or you ain't going to, especially if you had a little bit of hood in you. Yeah. Especially if you had a little hood in you. And I used to like to run the streets, you know what I'm saying? And I see me and a lot of these little girls, boy crazy, you know what I'm saying? Not knowing they worth, and I had to remember, even though my mom and my dad used to tell me they love me, they didn't really just say some of the things that I felt like they should have been saying to me. So oftentimes I find myself saying to my students, do you know your worth? Do you know who you are and whose you are? Come on, let me talk to you.
Come on.
Why you got that on today? I see your belly, your booty, your boobies. What's going on?
Hey, from a Latina perspective,
why do I do that?
Why do girls, when you see
because you want to be seen.
So they want the attention?
They love that.
That's what they want.
They love that.
Doing
they
that.
Love that. Yeah.
So they can get the attention.
Yeah, you got to see me right now. I mean, hey, when you put on your best fit, you smelling good, you looking good, you want to be seen.
Gotcha.
And our girls right now, they feel like it's okay and it's not okay. Come on, let me tell you something.
Yeah. See, that's the auntie.
Look,
she's going to check you too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure.
Cover that up.
Right quick. I gotta, you can put on
smock on.
You can put this smock on, you can put this t-shirt on, however you want to do it, I'm ready.
Smart.
Yeah. They gotta know that they are so much more than just that.
That takes two.
Yeah.
So what's the next thing for you? I mean, you got the school, you got the upcoming, you're almost over. Is it 2 years? Is it a 2-year program? Is that what it's called?
No, y'all, check this out. TDLR has made it to where now we were in a meeting on Monday with TDLR. 6 months.
Huh?
6 months.
And then they'll accredit?
Oh, no. For my accreditation, that's another 18-month process.
You want those 6 months to be licensed?
Yes, sir.
So how many hours?
Still 1,000 hours. And, Barbara Ring is going to be married to Cosmo starting September 1st of this year.
So 1,000.
1,000 hours.
So a lot of stuff has changed so you can understand. And I've seen this. This is me looking at it. Number one, it used to be 1,500 hours.
It used to be 1,500, deregulated to 1,000.
Yes. Is that good or bad?
That's great because now you can get through the line fast.
It's a little of both.
Yeah,
because
when they do get it, then
you need
education.
They don't. Okay, it's steady cutting down that skill. It's cutting down that knowledge.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And those are things that I need you to know what you're doing when you're in my head.
Yeah,
I need you to understand about hair color and the chemistry because it's so much of that means.
I have a question I've been wanting to ask you forever.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy. It's just not. I be so excited to see you play that because we see each other 6 months at a time.
Mm-hmm.
How do I, as a educator when it comes to entrepreneurship and career development schools, what is my walk? Like, I don't know. I do stuff out of love so much, but ET and all my coaches be like, bro, it's time for you to get paid. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So my question is, what is the structure behind it? Because one thing that I realized inside of schools that they don't teach, that's dope right there. What they don't teach is marketing.
Do you remember my principal tried to give you a job? Was it 2 years ago or last year?
No, it was like she had to wait on something. The COVID, it was there.
She still could have got it done though. So that's your walk right there because you're a marketing guru. And I'm gonna tell her when I go back, when I talk to her that, hey, we still got Dream if you need another marketing educator. Your right now, your resume is everything that you are doing and that you have done.
Yeah.
So you could really be an amazing marketing educator. It's just stepping in the door. You can go to any CTE center right now, and CTE is career and technology.
And bro, they're dope, bro. They got dog. Listen, I'm not playing. First of all,
I wish I could get involved.
now listen, you are involved now. So the crazy thing is, when I first went there, this school that there's how much this like they put like
2 million.
they put this thing
72 million into our high school.
It is huge, bro. It's like it is so spaceman when you go in there. So I thought I was at the wrong spot because they had just got it. And I'm like, bro, I'm gonna worry about some cows.
Yeah. And I was like, just keep coming around the curve.
And it's phenomenal. It's huge. It's big. It's amazing.
Yeah, we have an airplane hanging from our ceiling.
Wow.
Our aviation program now has a full functioning aviation hangar. They have two airplanes in there. They have a simulation for actually driving an airplane there. Like they have a contract also with Lockheed, so we have a few students go over and interview with them, and they select who they want to have for their internship. We have a nursing program where upstairs it's a fully operating ambulance.
Do you know of a story of a person that was willing to quit and then all of a sudden became?
I do. This year, one of my students, a Hispanic girl, skipped every day. I'm talking about skipped every day. When she did come in, she smelled like marijuana. I mean, just on it, right? So I think they kind of thought they had the upper hand on me because I really didn't speak Spanish, right? So I did them one favor. I went in and got a Spanish-speaking employee come around and just called his mama for me, right? We called mom. Mom came right up to the school, and I'm sitting there with the mom, the student, the translator, and we talking. And the mom just starts crying, and she's saying how everybody told her to just give up on her. Don't do anything else for her. She doesn't want to do this. She doesn't want to do that. Just give up. And I told that student, I said, do you hear what your mom is saying about you right now? How everybody is telling her that you can't do it? I said, do you believe that? And she was like, I don't know. This is what they keep saying about me. I said, but I know better. Yeah. I said, you don't know better? I said, I know better for you. I said, and we can do that. And she was like, well, I said, you need to look at your mom and tell her, your mom is crying. You could tell the mama's heart was broken. Yeah. I said, you need to let her do it for her and let her know how much you love her and that you can do it. She was like, okay, so, we pinky swear because that's my thing.
Yeah.
And the next day she came in and she got on it. And when I tell you she got on it, I made sure she had her hours. She went to test the first time. She failed. She made like a 67, 68. Went to test again a couple of weeks ago, passed it. She was screaming. She was crying. The mom screaming and crying. She tells me, thank you so much for having so much faith in me. I didn't think that I could do it. Thank you for believing in me. I'm talking about she sends me messages. I look at my phone. I got a message from her saying, I just really thank you so much for believing in me. Graduated, licensed.
That's how I feel when Jada got hers. I ain't gonna lie, boy, because
yeah,
that thing's tough, dog.
It's super tough.
That practical and that reading.
Mm-hmm. But you gotta know.
You gotta pass that joint. You gotta pass it. You don't pass it.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of people out here that's rocking without that license.
It's so many.
A lot of them couldn't pass it. You said you had somebody took it like 5 times?
Yeah.
6 times?
But that's why, just they got to know. And it's always good to get vested with people like myself, like you, who are going to continue to push and say, hey, I know you can do this. It ain't nothing like being legal in these streets. You ain't got to worry about TDLR coming in and possibly shutting down your whole business.
Right.
You don't have this, that, or the third. I say all the time, I'll post
that's
on my page.
I've already heard a couple that happened already.
Yeah.
So, shoot.
So, hold on. I want to get back on the highlight because I want to make sure. TDLR now is, you said...
now they are saying that as long as you if you're full-time and you're getting 184 hours a month, that'll take you to 6 months for getting licensed.
Wow. So you can get your license in 6 months.
You get your license in 6 months.
Whoa.
But that means you own it.
Cramming.
You are.
Cramming it.
You are. And now they are allowing you to cram. Back in the day when I was a student, you could only do 8 hours a day. But now I have to realize, too, that was because I was financial aid or Pell Grants or different things like that. Now it don't matter what you are. If you get that, you can pass and graduate.
And so here's a crazy thing. TDLR also passed that you don't have to go to school to be a teacher of education. I know you mad at that. So Val, NCC, and a lot of these educators, they had to pay
to be an instructor. Yes.
But now TLR, because they were losing so many instructors, they were like, look, we don't care. As long as you got a license,
Go.
you can teach.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's what happened during the COVID. So shout out to Dr. Valerie Bell. Thank you for
Dr. Bell, thank you so much for coming today. I really do appreciate you coming in. I appreciate your energy. I appreciate the knowledge. Man, my takeaway today, if you're going to do something, do it. Don't quit, because you never know how it's going to feel when you succeed.
Right.
How can they get in contact with you before we get out of here?
Facebook, Valerie Bell Educator, as well as Total Beauty Careers Training Institute on Facebook and Instagram.
There you go. Listen, guys, do yourself a favor. Stay connected to Kevin Polite's show, Beauty in the City. I'm your host, your co-host, Dream and Dream Motivates, along with Dr. Valerie Bell. Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
And the great one, Kevin Polite.
Yeah, Mr.
I appreciate everybody. Thanks again, Dr. Bell. Unique Image Beauty Supply. Holla at me. Promise you, love their business, man. Thank you so much.
Cheers.
All right, let's go.